I'm waiting on my train to go to Chester, England. There are some Roman walls there that are around 2,000 years old. That is crazy, 2,000 years old. The town was founded in 79. Like, is that even a year? Not 1979, just 79. Every time I come to a city like this in Europe, I feel like I'm in Epcot Center in America because, well, if you've ever been there, you would know what I'm talking about. You feel like you're in another country. This is the ruins of the original east end of the St. John's Church. In fact, 13 centuries old. 1075 is when this was built. I mean, you can just feel that this was the inside of a building, can you not? Of a church, just by looking at it. Just talked to the priest here, and they're about to have a wedding, but apparently we can come in and look. So the pillars here are original to 1075. I'm looking at some of these, I guess tombs you would call them. And obviously we always compare it to the age of America, and here this is 1776, and look how new it looks compared to everything around here. This is like one of the more interesting places I've seen here because it feels so real. It's like unpolished. There's a Roman walking the streets. So this is an actual like gladiator arena over here where they would fight animals and each other and all of that. So I've taken that upon myself now to come into the center of the fighting ring, the gladiator place right now and just check it out. It's so cool, you can just walk down here. This is the Roman Gardens. Now, this was done in the 1950s, and they have like a bunch of old Roman artifacts that were unearthed, and they've kind of displayed them in a very pleasant setting here. It's a bunch of old Roman pieces of buildings, but just knowing that they're so old is what makes this special, I think. This is a hippocaust. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but basically that's the Roman system for an underfloor heating system, basically. Now this was reconstructed from some of the ruins that they found in, I guess, the 1800s. I'm in the Roman Museum now. As of the 2nd century AD, this was the Roman Empire, and that's where we are, Chester. Man, they were some territorial sons of guns, weren't they? These coins range between like 20 and 140 AD. It is so old. And more ancient Roman stuff. Look at all these. I'm actually walking on the wall now. We're doing a tour here. This was used to fortify the city to protect from invasion from the Welsh. This is neat. So this goes all around the city of Chester. That is the tower where King Charles watched a Civil War battle back in 1645. This is still the actual Roman foundation right here that we're built on, because not all the walls are complete, but this is the oldest part of the wall right here.
They were built in the mid-1600s, and as you can see, 400 years ago, people were very diddy.
Were they really shorter, or was it just a style?
No,
or they...
people were. 400 years ago, we were definitely shorter.
Really?
Yeah.
This
and this
bridge?
Is where much of the sandstone
600 years old.
The original Roman fortress was quarried.
600-year-old bridge. That's amazing. This horse racing track was founded in 1539, and I imagine it's been in use much of that time. It's the oldest horse racing track in all of Britain, I'm told. So, interesting. I'm not into horse racing. I don't support it, I don't like it, but nonetheless, it is a famous landmark. This is the original tower here, and then they built it out because the water line was receding, and built another observation tower because the river changed course. 1322, this one was built in. Isn't that incredible? So that means this one is much older. We don't know exactly how old, but wow. I am going to go check out the cathedral now. It was built in the 1540s. This is what it looks like from the outside. I was hearing music playing in there a second ago. I'm afraid that I open up, I'm gonna like interrupt a service or something. But look at this door, it is so old. I don't know how to open this. Should I knock on the door? I have no idea what to do right now. How do I get inside this church? So I couldn't get in the cathedral, so I've decided to just go have a drink here in Chester at a 500-year-old pub, or something like that. According to the bartender, this place was built in 1664. Now, an interesting bit of trivia that I just heard, and I would like to fact check it, but I've just been told John Lennon's mother was born in this pub. I just posted on Facebook that, you know, John Lennon's mom was born here because that's what they told me. But Bob on Facebook says, you know what, that's not true. John Lennon's mom was actually born in Liverpool at 8 Head Street, I guess another place, and it's now been torn down. So I looked on Wikipedia, and it does confirm that it was John Lennon's grandmother who was born here. So I'm going to wrap up my tour here because I've just called a cab to come pick me up and take me to the train station. But Chester is a magnificent city. I really, really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend it. I mean, it's right up there with London in importance. If you come to the UK and you're able to make it here, come to Chester. Unbelievable city. I really, really liked it. And make sure you check out this pub too.